50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh my God!
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 409. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2024. And Elvis, the Celtics took care of business. They're up 2-0, 105-98. Kid, how you doing?
I'm doing great, though. To be honest, I was just excited that it was a much better game 2 than it was a game 1. So you got to look at the bright side of things.
Yeah, I mean, you do push with the +7. You didn't get that hook, 7.5, but they wind up pushing. Thankfully, they had that 9-0 stretch. But, again, we talked about this, I think, last series with the Dallas Mavericks, but it just comes down to, again, free throws. I mean, if they hit their free throws, they're going to win this game or at least tie it. I mean, you can't miss 8 free throws and expect to win a game on the road. Luka, triple-double, amazing game from him. But outside of that, really didn't get anything. PJ Washington, second leading scorer. Needed more from Kyrie again. 0 for at the three-point line. They didn't shoot well from the three again. 6 for 26. What does this team need to do? Because they got to do something when they go back home.
Well, though, I'm gonna say one thing. This was definitely a winnable game. I'm gonna give the defense of the Boston Celtics credit, though. I think tonight, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum played stellar defense. Even Porzingis in the first half, he played well defensively. Though I think you got to give him credit because that's why Kyrie's struggling in this series so far. First, definitely game 1 and 2, hasn't made a 3 in this series. He just got to the free throw for the first time in the series in the third quarter of game 2. That's all concerning to me. Drew Holiday, he had himself a night, and he's playing at a high level defensively. Tatum, though, my main concern for the Dallas Mavericks moving forward is the fact that you're down 0-2. And Jason Tatum is averaging 17 points a game in the series. Give you 16 game 1, 18 in game 2. He had he padded the stats. I understand he wasn't efficient from the field, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line. But if Tatum gives you 18, 12, and 9, you most likely gonna win that game. Definitely, if with the supporting cast you got Derek White double digit. He had 18. Brown 21, another good game. Like I said, Holiday 8, and then Porzingis looks like he got a little wobbled in the fourth quarter with his leg.
He was limping.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious, but once again, it didn't give you 20 deal. But like I said, if he averages 12 to 15, Boston Celtics are definitely possibly going to win the series in 5. So I love what I've seen. I think I got to give the defensive side very much credit for how well they played tonight. Because to me, in my opinion, this was a winnable game for the Dallas Mavericks. Like you said, PJ Washington, he had a great game. 1 for 5 from the 3-point line. Derrick Jones Jr., to me, he had a solid game, but he got to knock down a 3 or 2. 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. Gafford, I love the aggression. Every time there was a smaller man on him, he drived, he attacked the paint. Tatum a couple times, Derek White a couple times. So I like what I saw for him, and I like to see that aggression moving forward because he could definitely be impactful. Though 13 and 9, I could live with that. But Kyrie Irving, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line, then 7 from 18 from the field. That's just not good enough, though. I took his over and his 3-point over. I expected Kyrie to come out, especially after that statement he said in the post game, to have a huge game, and he simply didn't. If Kyrie just simply gives you 27 points, they win this game. If, like you said, if they just hit those free throws, they win those games. But in my opinion, this game came down to Kyrie Irving not being efficient enough from the field and 3-point line, and then the bench. Maxi Kleber, you got 16 minutes, 0 for 4 from the 3, 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. Lively. He giving you boards, but offensively, only 2 points in this series. You need a little more. Exum, I like the effort. He was pushing the ball, but a little reckless with the ball in green. He hit that 1-3, but you just need a little more from the bench. You just got a total of 9 total points, and then only 16 from Kyrie. So if you just get a little more from the bench and a more official game for Kyrie, you probably walk out of Boston 1-1. But hopefully back in Boston, back in Dallas, Kyrie gets back in rhythm. And we saw Boston be, I'm gonna just say, awful from the 3-point line tonight. I don't expect them to be as bad moving forward.
Was it too loud today for
No, no,
Kyrie?
not in the first quarter. He was cooking. He had what, 8? But rest of the
Hmm.
game, he was kind of quiet. Luca, another stellar game, triple double, like you said, Dale. But yeah, I think he had what, 20, 22 in the first half, only 10, 12 points in
Yeah.
the second. If he gives you another monster second half, say if he gives you 20, you win this game.
Yeah, I think the role players need to play better as well for the Dallas Mavericks. They had a better game. Derek Jones Jr. had a better game. Gafford is getting boards. He was aggressive down low. I didn't think he played all that bad, actually, Gafford.
I think he played great. I think he played great.
I don't understand why Hardy's not getting time. He only played 2 minutes. I mean, the guy gave you at least something in game one. For him not to play was very head scratching from Jason Kidd as well. What else did I have? Oh, you talked about Derek White. What a fucking game he had. You know, the stats really don't show it. He had 18 points, but the block at the end of the game, I think Dallas was on like a 9-0 run. They were about to cut it to 3 or 5, and then
Right.
Derek White just blocked it, and that was the game right there. So both sides of the court, I think Jaylen Brown defensively has been playing better as well. What do they have to do? Because right now, game 3 at home, the Dallas Mavericks are favored by 2. It's opened at 1.5. Money's come in on them. It's minus 132 for game 3, +2, plus 112 for the Celtics, because I don't know if they have enough, because if they're not going to get more from Kyrie, it might be Celtics in 4.
They do have enough. That's the thing. Your last statement, though, they need more from Kyrie. If I said in last pod, if Kyrie and Luca combine for 60, they're gonna win this game. Kyrie gives you 28, they win this game. Luca gave you his 32. Luca did everything he needed to do. 42 minutes. Played pretty good defense. I understand at times he gets beat, but at the end of the day, Luca's not the most athletic guy on the court. We all know this. 32, 11, 11. Luca did his job. If Kyrie just gives you something, you win this game. So moving forward, though, I just feel like Kyrie just needs to step up and hit shots. That's all. If Kyrie just averages 20, 28 plus moving forward in the series, Mavericks are live. But
We
if he
just
get
haven't seen that. Are you confident he'll be able to turn it around at home? Because on the road, it doesn't look like he can.
one thing I could say is Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving both been off this series. I could count more on Kyrie bouncing back at home than Jason Tatum playing two just poorly offensive games at home. I don't expect him just to turn it around in games 3 and 4 on the road of the
Yeah.
finals. So if he shot poorly at home in the first 2 games, I'm maybe not 6 for 20. What was it? 6 for 22? Yeah, maybe not 6 for 22, but I don't expect him to catch fire either. I expect Kyrie Irving to at least bounce back, give you at least 25. Like I said, if Luca and Kyrie average about 60 points together a game, they're most likely gonna win that game.
Yeah, I agree. I think, this game was very winnable. It was in reach for most of the game. They went on that sprout. Maybe I think they were up 15 at one point, but they hit it another 3 or 2. They shoot 80. I'm not even saying shoot 90% from the free throw line, but they got to shoot 80 to 85%. Shooting 66% in the NBA finals is going to come down to haunt you, especially in a 1-2 possession game, because that's the game right there. So I think it comes down to a few things. I think turnovers really kill you as well. I mean, 15 turnovers. They got to be more careful with the ball, especially Luca. I mean,
But that's the
I
defense. Still, you got to
yeah,
give credit to
yeah,
Brown, Tatum, and Drew Holiday. I think Tatum had 3 steals. What Derek White couple blocks, Porzingis couple blocks, Brown a couple blocks. So
forcing havoc.
yeah, you got to give them credit too. You got to give them that defense credit.
Yeah, 100%. But big win for Boston. They take game 2 at home. They take care of business this series in a much more competitive series too. I mean, maybe they just maybe what it comes down to is they just play down the competition, because we saw 2 lesser competition and they winded up falling one game at home. But now here they take care of business. Game 3 on Wednesday in Dallas. But Elvis, let's switch on over to NBA. Like we said last episode about Dan Hurley and the Lakers. They met on Friday. Dan Hurley, Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka. He said he plans on making a decision. We're recording this Sunday night, so sometime Monday, whenever you guys are listening to this, he He tells Adrian Wojnarowski, the Lakers made a quote unquote compelling case to him, but he does love what he's built with UConn. So he's weighing it all now. While this is coming out, we'll probably have a decision. Gun to your head, what do you think he does come tomorrow?
That statement, it sticks to me because what he built or is building in UConn could be special, though. We saw what he's doing on the women's side. Gino, can he possibly go on the same or similar run? Can he possibly have the same type of legacy? Can he go down as possibly one of the greatest men's college coaches ever? Possibly, though. He's on track to do so. He got 2 in a row right now. Let's just say he wins another 2 within 10 years. Let's say 3 in 10 years. Hey, it could be something special. But in my opinion, what you did in college is great. It's amazing. But if you're able to take that to the next level, not just win a title in the NBA, but to win it coaching the Lakers, possibly LeBron, the greatest player of all time, that's you will go down in history books. What you're doing right now is history in Connecticut. Yeah, but what you could possibly do, not just for you, but for the Lakers, it could be very special. So to me, you gotta look at it from that perspective. Yes, you accomplished everything you wanted to do in college. You lived, your father's legacy and everything coming from Jersey, not going to UConn. But to me, it's hard to pass up the Lakers head coaching job, even though at times it's not the most appealing job, just because you're gonna get attacked by the media most likely daily. You just call a bad time. Oh, you don't call a timeout. You don't put this player back. You're gonna get crucified on the media daily. So I understand that aspect, but we know how the college game is now. Does he really want to deal with the new NIL things? Does he want to go take tons of flight recruiting up and down, trying to convince these guys to stay on his team where another team is offering him more money? Does he want to deal with that, or does he want to deal with the Los Angeles Lakers? In my opinion, I think he moves on. Because why not? That's a dream job. They're the Los Angeles Lakers. But you can't blame it for what's sticking around and continues legacy at UConn.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very compelling case. Apparently, the offers a lot of years. It's not just for LeBron's end of his career, it's for the future moving forward.
Definitely
So,
through 30-30. I mean,
yeah.
2030,
And I think he'll have a longer leash than, God forbid, he does start a little slow like DeVar and Ham. Like I do think he'll have a longer leash. I think he'll have more say. I think he has a lot to think about. With his family, I know Jersey girls don't like to move, especially out west. So he has to think about that. I think he takes it though. I think they just throw a lot of money at him. He winds up becoming a top 5 paid NBA head coach first time around, but I think his willingness to win and his toughness, what he's going to bring culture wise to Los Angeles, like you said, I don't know if he's going to want to go and recruit in his summer. People are going to want to come to Los Angeles regardless, based on the name. So, yeah, I think he winds up taking it. So while you guys are probably listening, you're probably new head coach for the Los Angeles Stan Hurley. But I'm happy for the guy, Jersey guy. I'm rooting for him. And like you said, the Los Angeles Lakers, I know it's across the country, but that's a dream job. If the Lakers come knocking on your door, you have to at least listen. He's already, go.
Real quick, why not, have a dream job and live in LA for a couple of years? It could just be fine.
You can always move back.
Yeah, 5-10 years, win a championship, come back,
Exactly. So, yeah, the whole family's around here, but I'm happy for him, and I hope he does take it by his side. UFL, we got our championship game. It is going to be the Stallions taking on the San Antonio Brahmas. Big upset on Sunday. Stallions, I think the first game, tale of two halves. They wind up covering. Game goes over 31-18. Michigan, they were up most of the game, especially at half, and then 28 unanswered points for Stallions. They come rolling back at home. They take care of business. Looking for the three-peat against San Antonio, Wade Phillips and the boys, man. They, out of the 15 points, they only allowed 9 points. The other one were special teams, but that defense,
flying.
San Antonio, they're on fire. Can they slow down the Stallions next week?
I don't know, though. We saw Michigan play a great, first half defensively, against the Stallions, but at the end of Birmingham, you know, two-time reigning champ, looking to three-peat. I, I I don't think they'll be denied, but San Antonio, that defense could hold them offensively. If let's just say the Brahmas do have it going, can they keep up? Say if Wade Phillips and that defense just don't have it, they can't shut it down. Can they win a shootout? Not a shootout, but can they outscore the Stallions? That's gonna be tough. If they play like they played today, I give them a shot. But at one point, that offense will get ruined.
Yeah.
It's just can the Brahmas keep up? That's the interesting part. It will definitely be a good game. I'll tell you that though.
Yeah, 100%. Right. Let's see if we have no
No,
lines
no
yet.
line yet.
We'll probably get it. Maybe Wednesday we'll talk about it. But try to get Colby on, friend of the show, for his breakdown for the championship in the UFL. It goes down Sunday next week, but I think it was a good season. We thought for the most part it was a crash collision course to the finals between the Battlehawks and Stallions. But here comes San Antonio late in the year. They did it with their defense, and Battlehawks, they started out slow offensively again. Last week they were able to recoup and get the late win, but the defense was just too much for them, especially at home. So very shocking. I thought their offense was going to show up a little more, but credit San Antonio. They played a really good game. I'm interested to see what the total and the spread comes out. What do you think? I think San Antonio, not San Antonio, Brahma Stallions, excuse me, -5.5.
I'm gonna say 4.5 though, just because let's not forget, the Brahmas did leave some meat on the bone. Turned it over at the goal line, first
Yeah.
possession of the game. They were moving the ball well offensively throughout, so definitely could have got out of hand today against the Battlehawks. But I just feel like the Stallions, they're championship made. They're not gonna make those same mistakes that the Battlehawks are making. So it's gonna be tough. I'm a guess around 4.5, and it all comes down to if the Brahmas can play that defense at a high level and slow
Yeah.
down the Stallions, like Michigan did in the first half. But we know Dill, it sells the two half, and it's gonna be hard to
Yeah.
keep that Stallions offense down.
But if there is one team, I think it is San
It's Wade
Antonio.
Phillips and the
Yeah.
boys. I tell you that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We also had game one of the Stanley Cup Finals on Thursday. It was 3-0. Now I'll say this: if you just look at the box score, you'd think, "Wow, the Panthers blew them out," but if you watch the game, the more clear team and better team is the Oilers. They were in the offensive zone more. They outshot them 32-8. They doubled their shots. You just got to tip your cap to old Sergei Bobrovsky. I mean, 32 saves. He was fucking standing on his head. He saved everything. But you got to feel good. I know it's like loser talk, but in a loss, it was very encouraging, I would say. The Oilers played really good. They were in the offensive zone. They were hitting. They were flying around. They just didn't find the back of the net. I can't imagine Bobrovsky having a perfect save percentage every game. He is going to let some goals up. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, I think they're going to find the back of the net. But yeah, game one, a lot of people thought, oh, Panthers blew them out. Did you wind up catching the game, kid?
No, they're definitely gonna try to catch game two. What's game two? Oh, it's tomorrow. So
Yeah.
no basketball. Definitely gonna try to tune in for game two.
Yeah, we'll have plays a little later on, but yeah, really good game one, even though it was 3-0. There was an empty netter in the third, so that happened as well over the weekend. And then we got confirmation here on Sunday. Darren Waller has officially announced his retirement from the NFL, walking away at the age of 31 after just one season with the New York Giants. The team already knew. They had a statement already lined up. Quote, "We have respect for Darren as a person, as a player. We wish him nothing but success and the best." Career numbers in 86 games. He had 350 receptions for 4,124 yards and 20 touchdowns. He's a one-time Pro Bowler back in 2020, right? And then he got the deal. Will you miss old Darren Waller?
I I still think he's just had enough. He still had a few miles left in the tank. That's all I'm gonna say, Dill. I think he was still capable of being a definitely a top 10 tight end. At times, the top five if healthy. Well, it depends if Daniel Jones can get him the ball in rhythm, But we saw what he was able to do in Oakland and everything, or Las Vegas. To me, it just sucks. But I hope everything works out for the kid. Hopefully, he gets a crazy record deal. Who knows? But in my opinion, I just feel like walking away when you're still top 10, definitely top 15 in your position. To me, he's still top 10 tight end. It's just bizarre.
So you do think he's gonna go the rapping route?
No. Well,
you talk about
might.
record label.
He might. Yeah. Honestly,
he had bars his first couple songs. I think he also needs to let some things out. He had a crazy summer, getting divorced and all that shit,
so
and like in the media.
there's a lot going on. Hey, maybe come.
Or is it one of those situations where he retires prematurely and then comes back?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe come week 9. Maybe there's a contender out there like, hey, our tight end just went down.
Fresh off the couch.
Give you a veteran minimum, possibly go win a ring. Hey, maybe something like that goes down, Dale. Just because I still think, like I said, he's talented. He's very talented. Yeah. You don't think Darren Waller is
I think he's okay.
I know he had a bad last season. Don't get me wrong.
I think it has to do with the quarterback. If he had a good quarterback, I'm sure he would do much better. But he didn't really go to a good situation, I think.
Look what he was doing with Derek Carr.
That's what I'm saying.
Jimmy G. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't think New York was the best fit for him. I think he got the contract and he wound up going. But
New York wasn't the best fit for him because look at my guy went to Jacksonville. The tight end. Damn. Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
He started balling as soon as he landed in Jacksonville.
Yeah, after he left New York.
Come on now. I'm telling you, it's Daniel. I'm not gonna say it's Daniel Jones' fault. All I'm saying is
it's related.
It's something in New York. Because Evan Ingram went to Jacksonville. Look what he's doing. And we saw what Waller was doing before he got to New York. All I'm saying.
Yeah. And he got divorced. So we wish him all the best. I hope he does get a record label contract. I mean, that would be a hell of a great for him and his family. I think his ego too. I mean, you just get a contract. First, you make it to the NFL. The NFL saves you. Then you retire early because you're smart. Then you go and get another deal. Like, I mean,
you're right. Yeah, if he gets
another contract, he's beating the system.
He gets a record deal. He got it.
He got it.
He got it.
Shout out Darren Waller. Yeah, you're right. He's a top 10 talent. But yeah, wish him nothing but the best. But very unfortunate. No news in the Kansas City the locker room this week, so we're good on that front.
Is this the start of the week?
So yeah, it is the start of the week. Hey, kid, we got 10 more teams reporting for mandatory minicamp this week. You got the Panthers, you got the Broncos, you got a couple other teams as well. I think we're only about 2-3 more weeks before we start diving into these futures. I fucking can't wait. I've been looking at some of them. I'm all in on the Jets again. I've brainwashed myself again.
Have you saw the clip yet of Aaron Rodgers doing drills?
No, I've seen another no-look pass though. Good. Those no-look passes are beautiful.
They're great.
I never saw Aaron Rodgers in like green before, so it's like it's nice to see.
Green Bay on the road. He won a Super Bowl in green.
It's not the jet green. Not the jet green. It's like ugly green.
I think that green is better.
Oh, no way. What about you? How's Drake May looking?
He's looking good. He's looking kid. He's under contract. He was going around. He probably was in game 2 tonight in the building.
Bill Belichick was there.
Come on now.
Talk to the GOAT. Might as well. I heard Drake May's bringing his linemen to team bonding experiences. He's trying to really fill that leadership role first year in. I like that from a quarterback.
Come on now. And he had a meeting with Tom Brady and Bob Kraft. Come on now. Talking winning ways, leadership. Come on now.
That's what we need. But
I can't wait. We need. You'll be all right.
We got Aaron Rodgers. We'll be good. Kid, but yeah, that's all the news we had for the weekend. Before we get to our plays, let me tell you guys a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted number one hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition, with only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing a round of golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refresh your drink. I believe here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kids. Speaking of Stanley Cup Finals, let's get to it. Game 2 in Florida. They took game 1 3-0. Like I said, coming back home for game 2, minus 142 on the money line, plus 120 for Edmonton on the buyback. Over under is at 5.5 again. Elvis, the over didn't get there for game 1. That was the only play I got wrong. But outside of that, all the props hit. And we're still live here for Oilers on the series ticket plus 120. I still believe. But got anything here for game 2? I know you say you're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna go with the over, Dale, just because, like you said, Edmonton put up a ton of shots. The goalie, it's a great game for the Panthers, but I expect Edmonton to, definitely hit a couple more, hit a few shots in this game, and I expect Florida to come on, do what they've been doing, Dale. But Edmonton definitely looked like the better team, like you said. It's just I expect both teams to come out and look a little better. So give me the over. Give me over 5.5. I want to see an exciting game. I want to see
Yeah.
4-3 with a fucking buzzard.
I think the over should have hit the first game. I mean, with all the shots, I think they got lucky, but you just got to tip your cap. Bobrovsky saved literally every shot. So I'm going to go Oilers, money line, plus 120. Going to go right back to the well with Leon Draisaitl over 2.5 shots on goal at minus 125. He had 4 in game 1. Hyman, their third best player. I'm going to go over 3.5 shots on goal with him at minus 105. They're generating around 30 shots per game in this postseason. So, you thought they were aggressive in game 1, getting 32 shots. I think they're going to even be more aggressive in game 2. They have to be. They put up a goose egg in game 1. Regardless of how many shots, they still didn't get any. So I think Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, I don't think they're going to be left off the score sheet here twice in a row. So I think they bounce back, the Oilers, and I don't think the big guns like the big three that I just mentioned, I don't think they're gonna be kept off the scorecard. So gonna go Oilers, gonna go Lysound Draisaitl over 2.5 shots on goal. Zach Hyman over 3.5 shots on goal. And I'm gonna go since I have them being so aggressive, I'm gonna go right back to the well. Sergei Bobrovsky over 24.5 saves. He had 32 last game, and I expect them to be way more aggressive. So he'll get 25 saves, but hopefully they find the back of the net, the Oilers. So back to the well on a few of them. We hit last game on Draisaitl over 2.5 shots on goal. Bobrovsky saves. We're gonna add Hyman, like I said, over 3.5. And hopefully the Oilers tie it up going back to Edmonton. But that's all I got there. Let's go to baseball. There's only 7 games, small slate here on a Monday. We'll start with the first game. Tampa Bay Rays hosting the Baltimore Orioles. Corbin Burns going for the Orioles, minus 156 on the money line. Ryan Pepe going for the Rays, plus 132 on the money line. Over under is at 7.5. Any opinion or any play here for you, kid?
Yeah, I do like the Baltimore Orioles on the road, tomorrow, but to lay minus 155, to lay the run line, and not for nothing, Tampa did lose 3 straight. I feel like they're due for a win. I think plus 132. I think Tampa's live. That's the number that's screaming out to me, the plus 132. Say if Baltimore was like a minus 135, I would have smashed it. But minus 155, you know, Tampa during a skid at back home,
Yeah.
I think they're due for a win. So I'm gonna just stay away from it. I might be right, leaning with Baltimore, but Tampa plus 132 is tempting.
Yeah, you got to imagine they're going to bounce back. You know, they've lost three. They lost three in a row. Baltimore won three in a row. I don't think they get swept here. So I think plus 130 is a good price, but I'm not going to touch it though. Second play or second game on the board, I should say. Minnesota Twins hosting the Colorado Rockies. Dakota Hudson going for the Rockies. Chris Paddock going for the Twins. Minus 225. Huge favorite at home for the Twins. Plus 188 for the Rockies. Over under is at 8.5. Minus 225, kid. I think that's extremely high, don't you?
Absolutely. Twins lost four straight the other day. I think they won today, right?
Yeah, they're 1-4
Uh,
in the last five. Yeah.
on principle alone, give me the run line with the Rockies. Minus 120 to lose by a run. I'm gonna take that deal. Give me the Rockies on the run line on the road.
Yeah, they haven't been playing well. It's just so scary back in the
Yeah, but
Colorado Rockies.
220.
I know. I agree. I agree. I don't think they should be that big of a favorite. I think minus 180, minus 190, that seems understandable. But yeah, over a $2 favorite is kind of crazy. I agree. Oh, best game on the board. Let's go to Kansas City. Royals hosting the New York Yankees. Carlos Rodon going for the Yankees. Kansas City Royals going with Cy Young, Seth Lugo. Minus 130 for the Yankees, plus 110 for the Royals at home. Over under is at 8. Yankees avoid getting swept. They win Sunday Night Baseball 6-4 against the Dodgers. But Dodgers took it to them this series, excuse me, over the weekend. Pitching did not look good. It kind of looked like they were missing Juan Soto a little bit, if I'm being honest, just a tad. But Elvis, you know where I'm going. Give me the Royals. We love to fade teams playing Sunday Night Baseball, and now having to travel. They're not going to get to Kansas City until in the middle of the night, 3-4 in the morning. So going to be a little sluggish tomorrow. Seth Lugo has been dominant. Look at his numbers. He's in the Cy Young candidate. Plus 110. I think they should be favored at home. Give me the Royals.
I'm going the opposite side, though. I'm going, like you said, Yankees did have a tough battle with the Dodgers, losing, 3 out of 4. But I think they bounce back, have another great series, dominant how they've been doing. Even though Seth Lugo, don't get me wrong, probably has a good game. That's why I lean the under. I do expect the Yankees to be a little sluggish, but I expect them to win this game. So give me the Yankees on the money line, and I lean the under 8.5.
All right, let's go to the next game. Out in Milwaukee, the Brewers hosting the Toronto Blue Jays. Jose Barrios going for the Blue Jays. Colin Wren or Rhea Wren, whatever, going for the Brewers. Blue Jays minus 112, short favorites on the road. Minus 104 for the Brewers. Over under is at 8.5. Anything here for you, kid?
Yeah, I'm going with the Brew Crew. Brew Crew, they flipped to the favorite. They're minus one. Oh, no. Damn. Yeah, they are minus 104. I caught minus 115 earlier.
Mm.
So, shop around. Definitely like the minus 104 too. Barrios is on the round for the Blue Jays. So I understand why they are the slight favorite, but I'm gonna take the Brew Crew at home though.
Yeah, I agree. I think Brew Crew at home is a very different ball club than they are on the road. Travel situation here for the Blue Jays as well. I think coming back home, they had actually a tough series, the Brewers in Philly. Then they played the Dodgers, not the Dodgers, the Detroit Tigers. Now coming home, especially where the Blue Jays struggle on the road, 15-18, where the Brewers at home 18-10. I like them here. I got minus 104. So shop around if you're seeing different prices, but I think they should be the bigger favorite. Give me the Brewers. 3 games left. Let's go to Seattle. Mariners hosting the Chicago White Sox. Logan Gilbert going for the Mariners. Eric Fetty going for the White Sox. Minus 230 favorite for the Mariners at home. Minus 1.5 is at minus 102. Plus 190 for the White Sox. Over under low 6.5. Wow, that's really low. I don't think I've seen a 6.5 in a while. What do you like here?
Gotta lean the over. I still even
Yeah.
lean the over. If you see sevens out there, I still lean the over 7. But I just had to stay away. I'm not gonna. I'll lean the run line with Seattle. They are at home, but I'm not gonna go that far though. I do like that Seattle's turned it around as of late, getting back in the winning ways. So like
Yeah.
that, but I'm not gonna go run line just yet.
Yeah, that'd be the only place I would go is run line, but I wanted to get plus money. It's at minus 102 me, so maybe it's a wait and see. But tough series, they just lost 2 or 3, from the Kansas City Royals. But coming back home, they're 21-11 at home this year, Seattle. First place, take care of business at home. I do think they win, but I need a better price to take them on the run line. So I agree there. Let's go to San Diego. Dylan Cease on the mound, taking on Joey Estes for the Athletics. Another over $2 favorite, minus 225 for the Padres, plus 188 for the Athletics. Over under is at 7.5. Both of these teams kind of mediocre, 4-6 coming into the series, 3-7 for the Athletics. Another over $2 favorite, kid. What do you like here?
This is another one, though. I don't think San Diego deserves to be a $2, definitely a $2.20 favorite.
Yeah.
I understand it's Oakland and whatnot, but this is another one. I'm gonna lean Oakland on the run line at minus 128. We know they'll be covering all season long, or most of the time, and I'm gonna lean that way. I think they could definitely. I doubt they win this game, but I see them losing 4-3 or something like that on the road.
Yeah, I would also lean over as well. I mean, both of these teams have been able to score some runs as well. So, yeah, a lot of low totals as well. I think they deserve to be the favorite, no question, especially at home, but over a $2 favorite is kind of crazy. I get it. It's still in C's though. Last game on the board. Let's go to San Francisco. Actually, Giants hosting the Astros. Astros short favorites on the road, minus 118 for Arrighetti on the mound. Kyle Harrison going for the Giants, even money at plus 100. Over under is at 8. Last game on the board, kid. What do you got?
This was a stay away from me, though. I I'm starting to like Houston a little more, but I don't trust them yet. And then with the Giants, I do like Harrison, but I'm gonna just stay away. I understand why they're dogs, but it's tempting. But I'm gonna just stay away.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take the Giants here on the money line. I think they deserve to be the favorite at home. I still don't trust the Astros. And Arrighetti, he's just bad. That's the main cap. I mean, I can't back him at all, especially on the road. Surprisingly enough, I do think San Francisco is still the better team. At home, they are a much better team. So I know 6-4 in their last 10. Houston, they've kind of turned some things around, especially offensively. But I'm gonna back Harrison and the Giants here at home at plus 100. I do think they deserve to be the favorite. But that's all we got on a Monday. Kind of a short episode here for Monday. Only some baseball and NHL plays. We'll be back Wednesday for game 3 of the NBA Finals. But kid, last episode in the States?
No. On Tuesday
yeah.
night, I'll be here. Last episode on Tuesday, and then for what, Thursday? So Friday's episode, I'll be in Jamaica. Hopefully we do it at a good time, so I'm not too,
Yeah.
But your boy would definitely
Under the influence. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, I would definitely be active. Let's just say that I would definitely be active, but not too active for Thursday/Friday show. So
I love it.
Be there.
Or B square. Let's fucking go, kid. All right, well, good. You'll be there Thursday, Tuesday. Thank you so much. That is going to do it for this Monday edition of the Dream Wager. On behalf of our sponsor, Viva Tequila, Elvis, myself, make sure you guys follow our social media on X and Instagram at the Dream Wager. If you miss an episode, no worries. You guys can find all of our episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, rate, give us a review. Let us know how we're doing. Leave in the comments who you'll be betting on for game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. All that good stuff really helps the show grow tremendously. So be a friend, tell a friend, everyone. Have a great few days. Good luck on your wagers, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.